A bi-weekly live Q&A. I'm Mike here with Mike's Drones and More, and so I'm just bringing up my website here, or my YouTube, so that way I can see who is online with me, and I can see who is in the chat and everything with me. There we go. And let me mute my computer real quick. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so anyway, so this is Mike with Mike's Drones and More. Okay, so couple of quick updates. I did order a drone kit, and that is coming in the mail. I think FedEx said it will be delivered here Tuesday, so I'm hoping it comes in on time on Tuesday, depending on the weather and everything like that. And I can get a video, at least a unboxing video for you guys for Wednesday of next week. And then hopefully maybe later that week I'm going to try and do an actual build video. I don't know if I'll have time to do the build video or not, so we'll just have to kind of wing it and see how things go. But I definitely want to do a whole build video for you guys. So that's coming up next week on Monday. The normal FPV video that I normally do is going to be a little bit different. So I couldn't get the DVR to work on my goggles for some reason. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm lagging out. I'm on 5G and everything like that, so it should be fine. And I'm looking at my video online, and it looks fine to me. So it could be just the connection or something like that. But I'm over my 5G. So hey to everybody, I'll say hi and everything like that. So yeah. So anyway, so tomorrow's normal FPV video is going to be a little bit different. How's it going, Derek? And then, so like I said, I couldn't get any DVR footage yesterday, but I did actually use my phone, and I got some just race footage. I actually raced my 5-inch racer, which was really cool, and I ended up placing, I think the results said I was like 12th overall, so there was like 1, 2, 3, there was like 25 pilots yesterday that were all flying, and I placed about somewhere in between. It's kind of hard when you look at the results, because once you get to the mains, basically everybody's in the mains, and then basically what they do is they start with the first one, and once that race is over, the top 4 move to the next bracket, and then in that next bracket then there's another 7, and then the top 4 from that one go to the next bracket, and then on the next one, and so forth. So once you get, basically it's kind of like a football bracket. Once you get down, to like the last 4 racers, and the top person to the first 5 laps wins. So normally, like the qualifying, how we did it yesterday was basically is just your fastest qualifying time. So I'm not the fastest racer. There was some really fast racers yesterday. I don't know if you guys know who Seth Poison Pilot is, but Seth, he's from the FOCO FPV with me. He actually went down to the Sebring Nationals for multi-GP. I'm not sure what he placed, but I know he was at the Phoenix Cup last week, and he placed 7th overall for all the pilots, so he's really, really good. And I normally fly with him a lot on the Tiny Whoop nights, and he just kills it on Tiny Whoop nights, which is freaking awesome. So I'm actually got to fly my 5-inch, which I am totally stoked about. My best lap, I got just under a minute, which was really cool. It was actually a really fun lap. So basically, I wish I had a diagram of the map I could show you guys. So basically, you just had the start off point where you went through the start gate, and then you went to the end, and then you basically went to the flag. You went around the flag and then through, and then the next gate you actually went over the gate and did a complete 360 yaw and gone under the gate. Went around the corner to another flag, and then there's 2 more gates side by side. So you went under the first gate, flipped around, went under the second gate, and then flipped around again, and then went up and over that gate. And then you went through a slalom where you kind of went to the right, left, and then you flipped around to the start gate. So it was pretty fun. It was actually really exciting. And for the first time yesterday flying my 5-inch, I actually felt like confident, like I felt like dialed into my drone, which was nice. And I made some pretty smooth moves, which was really nice. I wish I could have gotten some FPV footage for you guys, because that track was like really fun and it was really fast. But yeah, I got to meet a whole bunch of really cool people. Got to fly with my good buddy Nick as usual. So he's always, I think he placed in the top 10 yesterday, so which is really cool. So he's an awesome pilot. He's really, really good. Yeah, and just a whole bunch of really nice people. So that's all I got for that. So, and the weather's actually been nice in Colorado, so hopefully I will start getting out there and getting more of just regular racing drone and regular drone footage. The weather here for like the last like 2-3 weeks has just been horrible, and so I'll answer questions. I'll come back to them. Don't worry. I'm seeing all the questions and everything like that. I will make sure I'll come back to them. So don't worry, guys. I see all the questions and everything like that. So I just want to kind of give everybody my updates. I did have somebody, and I wanted to kind of address it. Somebody on my Facebook page, he did mention why I was doing so much like Tiny Whoop stuff and everything like that. So I really like the Tiny Whoops. Don't get me wrong, I love Tiny Whoop racing. It's just in Colorado, the weather has been so horrible that I can't get out. It's either been on my days off when I can go race, the weather has been nice outside, but it's been horribly windy, or it's been really cold, or we had snow last week but not this week. So this week was finally the first week I was actually able to get out and fly my 5-inch, and it's starting to get weather is good, and the daylight savings is ending next week, next Sunday. So that means when I come home from work, it won't be dark anymore. I'll actually be able to get out and do more drone footage for you guys, normal drones. So I do apologize that I've been doing so much of the Tiny Whoop and Tiny hoovering and stuff like that. It's just here in Colorado, you know, you kind of got to go with the weather, and unfortunately, you know, that's all that's really been available for me to do. So yeah, got a 5-inch next week that I'm gonna do a review on. Got a new DVR that I'm gonna be doing a review on. I still got to do the video on the build on my new one. So I got some really cool stuff here. Yeah, you're in Michigan, so you know exactly, Julio, what I'm talking about. It sucks when the weather is not nice, but and I'm planning on building another micro drone. So here's the fly egg frame. There's nothing in it currently, so I'm going to be ordering a new board and everything for this, and I'm just going to basically rebuild this thing from scratch. Hopefully the thing I ordered will fit in here. If it doesn't, I'll just order a new frame, so that's not too bad, but hopefully I'll be able to rebuild that one. So yeah, so I did a really awesome job with my flight yesterday. I felt really awesome, so yeah, I can't say much more about that. So let's see, was there any other updates I had for you guys? Oh, one thing I wanted to tell you guys, with drone racing, if you are interested in getting drone racing, so now a lot of you guys know that I fly mostly the right hand. It's called the RHCP, or right hand circularization, or circular polarization. I forget how it, anyway, right hand. So normally I fly with the right hand antennas, but yesterday when I made it to all the way to the C main, they switched me to left hand, and I almost got knocked out of the C main because I didn't have any left-hand antennas. And so I would suggest to you guys, if you're getting into drone racing, like serious drone racing like me, definitely get you guys a set of at least one set of left-hand antennas, so that way, because once you get into the finals and they assign you a frequency for you to switch, because all day I was racing on raceband 8, and then I got into the C main and they changed me to raceband 1 left-handed. I didn't have any left-handed. Luckily, there was a bunch of people there, and I was able to borrow an antenna for my drone. I was able to switch that out really super quick, and one for my goggles, so I was able to still fly in the C main. Once I got there, I got knocked out because those guys are super fast. Yeah, if you're getting into drone racing, definitely, you know, right hand is probably the most popular antennas out there. But if you're going to get into it serious, like I'm really trying to, definitely get yourself a set of left hand. So I suggest that, at least if you're going to be doing competitive racing, like I'm really trying to get into. I'm hoping by this next year, at this point, maybe I will actually be able to get into some actual competitions, some like serious competitions. So that's my hope. So we'll see how my drone racing progresses over the summer here, and we'll see just how well I do. So I'm hoping that's my next big thing. So all right. So I think that's all I've got for the updates for me that I've got going on. I bought some of these thumbsticks. So these are what like normally you get on your drone transmitter or your radio. And I bought a set of these because they kind of fit your thumb a little bit better, kind of like an Xbox controller or like a PlayStation controller. And the night that I flew over at the Moxie, I was flying with these, and I noticed that my thumb was like slipping. So I decided to go back to these, just the standard, square ones, or the square round ones with the little pokies on them, and I flew 100 times better with these. Now I may save these for my Phantom, because the Phantom, you're not moving the sticks quite as fast, and with a Phantom, you want slow movements, and you don't want a bunch of jerkiness, where in drone racing, you want to be fast but quick, but it's all, yeah, definitely need the ones that are kind of not slippery. So I will go ahead and open it up to the questions here. I'm going to start up at the top, and then I'm going to work my way back down, so until we get to current. So Derek Torrance, how's it going? Nice to see you. Frank Walker, hey, how's it going? Nice to see you. So let's see here. Might go play. I'm not sure what FNA F1 is. Not sure what that is. Can you type that out for me? I'm not sure exactly what that says. So Rick Miller, he's one of my patrons. You're definitely getting better. A couple of months. You'll be up there. Yeah. So oh yeah, Rick said he's got stuff to do, so no worries, Rick. If you watch this later, awesome. Thank you for at least tuning in. I appreciate that. See, Daniel Elson says, what's my favorite drone and RC car? Okay, so my favorite drone, if I'm going like oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, gotcha. All right. I've seen that game, but I never actually played it. It's too scary for me. I don't think I can play it. But yeah. So my favorite drone by far, if I'm going non-drone. Okay, so I'll do a non-drone racing, and then I'll do drone racing. So non-drone racing, my favorite drone is definitely by far my DJI Phantom 3 Professional. That is my ultimate favorite drone. I love that drone. And let's see. So for my favorite racing drone, I got to admit, let me grab it here really super quick. It's actually hanging on the wall. If I can get it off the hook. Let's see here. Come on. It's like stuck on the little hook on the wall. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is by far my favorite racing drone. This is I've got a couple of repairs to do. The some of the things snapped yesterday when it flipped, and then the what you call it, the shrink wrap for the antennas came loose. So I've got a couple of little minor repairs, and I took off the antenna because I wanted to clean the back of it. But this one by far is my favorite drone. This is my first custom drone that I built all by myself. Now this drone was actually, it was based off of the video that UAV Futures did, his $99 build, and I really enjoyed this drone. This thing, I have beat it up. I have crashed this thing, and you know what? It keeps going on and on. And if you guys notice, these are the Dalprop. These are the Cyclones. So I used these all day yesterday. These are those Dalprop Cyclones, and these things are freaking phenomenal. I got to tell you, they hold up to what they say is true. So these things are just absolutely phenomenal. They're pretty beat up because I hit the dirt a few times and stuff like that, but this thing absolutely flew phenomenal yesterday. It is so much better. I was using the DYS props before, but I changed over to the Cyclones, and 100% a total difference in how this thing performs. So right now, this is my favorite racing drone, my original build. I've still got the space one, and I'm going to be doing a little bit more modifications and changes in Betaflight to it to try and get it close to this one. The B-Fight, I love the B-Fight. And then my next 5-inch drone, we'll see how that one does. And yeah, so those are my two favorites. And I know, I wish, so for Wing View, he's like, I wish I had to record the flights. I know, I do too. I was expecting to record on the DVR and it wasn't working the way I don't know if I was probably something I was doing, and I didn't bring my extra set of my extra monitor to record my FPV footage. So I apologize, guys, for that. You know, so technical difficulties, but at least I did get some race footage for you guys, which is pretty cool, and you'll be able to hear my name and institute to it. So Julio Andrews, yeah, bad weather in Michigan, so you know all about bad weather and snow and stuff like that. So let's see. So yeah, so Derek, I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I think that's just not the kind of game that I'm really into. If I do play video games right now, I'm playing South Park. I'm playing that game, the new one, the Fractured. And then I like a lot of racing games, so I like the Need for Speed series. I've got the Need for Speed, I don't know which one. It's not the newest one, but the one before that one. That one came out, so I'm playing that one. So I play like a lot of like, if I get a chance to play, which isn't very often, I do like role-playing games, like South Park, and a lot of racing games and stuff like that. I used to do a lot of first-person shooters. Like I was really big into Halo, and I kind of stopped playing Halo a long time ago. So, but I don't play that anymore. So let's see here. Let's go back down to the next question. Do I like Dragon Ball Z? I'm not really into anime all that much. I've watched anime a little bit, and when I was younger, like I watched, what's the one with the lions, and the robot, Voltron. I used to watch Voltron all the time when I was a kid, and they had a whole Netflix series, and I watched that a couple times, so that was kind of cool. And then I used to watch G.I. Joe when I was a kid, the original G.I. Joe, so not the new stuff that they have. So yeah. And do I like playing Roblox? I have no idea what that game is. So honestly, really, I'm not a gamer at all, honestly. When I play video games, it's very random and very, like, I think the last time I played my PlayStation was probably like a month ago, and I have a PlayStation 4, so yeah. So I don't play it all that often. When I do, it's here and there. It's very randomly. It takes me a really long time to get through games. Like, my other favorite game that I like to play a lot is Diablo 3. I love Diablo 3. I got the expansion pack finally. My wife got that for me, so that was really cool. So let's see. Wife brought down some cookies. We stopped by the Walmart, and I like to call them the drug dealers because at Walmart they sell the cookies, and if you guys haven't tried them, try the Girl Scout cookies. They are the s'mores ones, and they are freaking delicious. They are really good. So, but I'm gonna take a drink of my iced tea here really quick. Here we go. Apologize. Okay. So let's see here. But I am actually going to be playing on Velocidrone. So if you guys don't know what Velocidrone is a drone simulator, and it teaches you how to fly your drone, and it also teaches you how to do a lot better with your drone and stuff like that. That's what I've been using on my computer here, and then what I do is I just hook up my Taranis controller. So right on the bottom here, if you move this goofy little flap, I hate this thing. Let me get it. There it is. So if you notice right there on the Taranis, it's got a USB import. So what I do is I just plug this in, and then I just plug it into my computer, and then basically I use this as my controller for the Velocidrone simulator. And so that way I'm flying the drone and I'm getting the stick feel at the same time. So that's really good. So if you guys are ever on Velocidrone and you are practicing and you see FPV underscore evil monkey, that's me. So you're more than welcome to join me and fly with me and stuff like that. I'm still learning and everything like that, but I'm getting a lot better. So obviously yesterday I placed 12th, so I'm getting a lot better. So, which is awesome. So let's see here. So that's really what I'm concentrating, is just basically my drone racing and really getting good at drone racing. Let's see here. Fortnite. I've heard of Fortnite, but again, I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games all that often. Really can't play video games. I just don't have time between working full time, doing my part-time business, flying drones professionally, and doing the race drones and doing YouTube on top of that. I don't really have time to play video games, honestly. So, so anyway, but yep. So I'm gonna just leave it open to you guys. Do you guys have any questions for me? I hope you guys liked the videos that I did last week for you. And really quick, while I've got it on my mind and I'm thinking about it, I wanted to say thank you to all my patrons that I have. So I'm going to bring up my patron page really quick. And if you guys can, if you guys feel like supporting the channel, if you want to, you're more than welcome to. It's not a requirement to watch my videos or anything like that. So, but I just really wanted to give a shout out to all the patrons. So my patrons currently are Rob Ruth, Charles Tillery, Rick Miller, Dwayne Covey, Stephen Taylor, and the guy that I missed last week, Herbert Fortner. So thank you to all those patrons. Those guys, they donate funds to the channel every single month. It's not a lot, but with that little bit of extra money, that lets me to be able to afford to get different things and stuff like that and do more videos like that. So let's leave it up to you guys. Put some questions out there for me if you have any. Is there anything that you want me to try and do a review on? Keep in mind, I don't have a huge budget like, you know, like UAView Futures or Quadcopter or anything like that. I'm still looking for sponsors, so I'm contacting some of the bigger ones. Hopefully when I hit 5,000 subscribers, I can contact Banggood, and then hopefully we can start doing some reviews from Banggood. But I'm, you know, open to sponsorships and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just, it's really tough. It's a tight market out there. So unfortunately, I don't have any sponsorships at the moment, but hopefully I will. So we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed the Tiny Hoover that I did last week. The Tiny Hoover is freaking awesome. If you have bad weather and you have hardwood floors or you have tile floors, you can fly that thing in the house. It is so much fun. I had a blast with it last week. Let's see, or a Tiny Whoop, you know, if you can't fly or things like that. So I apologize, we have some people over visiting, so that's why the dog is barking. Yeah. So thank you, Dwayne, for he's online. So thank you, Dwayne. Really appreciate that and all the support from everybody. All right, so guys, questions for me. What do you have questions that you want to know? You want to know anything about drone racing? Do you want to know anything about drones, a particular drone? I may not know about it, but I can always give my opinion on it. Anything you want to know. So let's keep it family friendly though, and everything like that. So I will leave it up into you guys for the rest of the time, and then in about 30 minutes we'll shut it down unless we've got more questions coming in, things like that. So, but yeah, just it's been an incredible week. I went Tiny Whoop racing the Hubsan H122D. The Hubsan H, I don't know that one, but let me look it up really quick here on the screen. I've only done a few Hubsans, so let's see. The Hubsan H122. 122 X4 Storm. Okay, I'm bringing it up now. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so it's a racing drone. Okay, so let's see what size it is. So it's got the 725 HD camera, which is pretty standard. When it comes to racing drones, don't really worry about the camera. It's not like a professional drone like a DJI or anything like that. You're not going to get high definition when it comes to racing drones. You're lucky if you get 720. So, but it looks like a pretty decent drone. It looks like it's got... Let me look at the specs on it here really quick. Let's see. Okay, so... Looks like that thing, you can buy it in like a combo, and it comes with like goggles and everything like that. I can't tell if those are brushed motors or brushless motors. I'm trying to find out. Okay, so those are brushed motors. So that wouldn't be too bad. It looks like it's just a little indoor guy is what it is. So it looks like it's like a little 2-inch. So it looks like it's roughly about like this size. And just so you guys have the comparison, so this is a what was this? I think this is a 100 millimeter. So this is 100 millimeter, and this is a 5-inch, and this is a 210 millimeter. So that's what you're looking at. So you'd be looking at something like about this size. Yeah, but yeah, not too bad. Oh, hey Kite, how's it going? So guys, Kite is the guy that I fly with all the time. Nick is an awesome pilot. He is freaking good. So, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, yesterday was, I felt so good racing yesterday. I felt like really dialed in, and for the very first time, like it just clicked. So, which was nice. I actually made some pretty nice moves yesterday. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And so where did you end up placing? I know you made it to the B main after me. So did you get past the B main, or where did you place? I know where you were like in the top 10, right? Did you? I know you placed pretty high up there. So I only made it to the C main, and then once I made it to the C main, all the good guys like pretty much took me out. I'm not sure yet. I think I was at 10th. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, it's so hard on that. I was trying to figure out on that FPV life thing that Gordon was showing me yesterday, and I couldn't tell because of the mains, like where I was either in the 12th position or the 15th position. So exactly, it's very confusing. Yeah, I wish they would just come out with a list. So yeah, it's extremely confusing on like where you place and everything like that. But if you guys ever want to check us out, just go to multigp.com. You can check out our points and everything like that. I'm FPV_Evil Monkey, and Kite is, you're just FPV_Kite, or is it FPV Kite? So anyway, yeah. But yeah, you guys can check out our pilots and everything like that. And if you're interested in any kind of like racing or anything like that, or you want to find like your local FPV chapter where you can go race, go to multigp.com, and they've got all the listings of all the chapters. Usually, I mean, unless you're in like a remote town in like Alaska somewhere, even in Alaska, I'm sure they've got an FPV club somewhere, or like you're up in like no man's land on some, you know, island. You know, there's always going to be an FPV club. And if there's not one near you, start up an FPV club, because you can open your own chapter. So yeah, or come fly with us at represent Colorado. I fly in the FOCO FPV. The FPV. My wife is just showing me a message here. So, oh gosh, oh that's like way down there though. So she was just showing me a message on her phone. Sorry guys. So, but she wants to get some more ferrets. So she's got 3 ferrets right now, and she wants to get more. They're really cool animals actually. So, but yeah, definitely getting back on task. Sorry, squirrel. I do that quite a lot. If you haven't noticed, I get off task quite a bit. I get on my little tangents, is what I call them. So, but Yeah, so guys, I think that's all I've got for today. Did anybody have any more questions for me? Oh, so Kite, I was telling everybody earlier that I'm gonna try and rebuild the fly egg. So let's see, how long have I been into FPV? So I started seriously getting into FPV probably about 6 months ago, maybe somewhere right around there. That's when I really started getting into serious FPV. I can look back on my old videos, and I can tell you when I did my very first FPV flight, and that was actually with my old box goggles. Let's see here. Come on, pull it up here. Let's see. Let's go back to the future. Or back to the past, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. So going back further. Actually, maybe it's been less than 6 months. Let's see. Keep going here. I'm looking through the videos to kind of give you a good estimate of when I started going into it. Okay, so my very first, okay, there we go. First FPV flight was in October 7th to be exact. So I guess I've been doing actual FPV, like serious FPV, like trying to really get good at it since October. So let's see, October, November, December, January, February. So I guess actually 5 months, I guess less than 6 months. So, and I've made, I think, quite a bit of progression. I mean, especially on, I think the thing that helped me the most was the tiny whoops. If you really want to get into FPV, guys, build or buy a tiny whoop, get into that, because at least with a tiny whoop, if you crash it into the wall, if you crash it down into the ground, it's not going to be that expensive to replace. And everything on a tiny whoop is pretty inexpensive. Like a whole set of motors is like $15 or like $20 if you get the really fast motors. I mean, everything is super inexpensive on a tiny whoop, except for like sometimes the cameras get a little pricey and the antennas and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, they're really, you know, you can do them for a pretty decent price. And they're pretty easy to fly, and again, it really gets you kind of started into the FPV. The main thing about this one is, yeah, so parts for the egg, you really have gotten, okay, sorry, I'm just going back and reading here. Parts for the egg, you really have gotten, oh, thank you, I appreciate it. So, yeah, so I'm not going to do the replacement parts on the egg. I'm hoping I can buy a new stack for the egg that will fit that. I'm trying to find a 20 by 20 that'll fit in there. So, and if I don't, then I'll just buy another frame. So, either way, so it's not a big deal to me. So, but I want another micro that I do. So, hi Ryan, how's it going? Yes, I was actually looking at that one earlier, and I was actually looking at another one earlier on Banggood. They had a 20 by 20 stack. It was, I think it was running like $50. Like Banggood had some kind of like flash sale. I'm not sure what it is, so I might have to send you a link, and I'll see what you think about it. I don't know if it's any good or not. So yeah, and then of course this one, I'm getting rid of this dipole antenna. If that's another thing, guys, if you're getting into serious competitive racing, now when you're talking about tiny whoops, if you use a dipole, that's perfectly okay. That's usually okay. You're not going to be like messing with anybody's signal too bad. But when you start getting into the competitive racing, you definitely want to get away from these dipoles, and you want to start using something good. Either use something like a Pagoda. That's what I've been using on all my drones, is the Pagodas, and they run really good. I like them. I think Kite, I think he uses he had a Cloverleaf, uses those, but the Pagodas, he's like those too. Yeah, pretty much the Pagodas are really nice. They have really good video transmission. Cloverleafs are pretty good too. Yep, and the Axe, is it Axe? I forget how you say it, but anyway, the Axe, yeah, those are really good. So, but and the Triumph antennas are really good as well. So like the little stubbies, I'm actually going to be ordering another set of the Triumph stubbies, and I'm going to be ordering right hand, left hand, both. Like I was telling these guys earlier, definitely if you're going to get into drone racing, at least have a set of left-hand antennas, because I almost got kicked out of the C-Main yesterday because I didn't have. Luckily, what's his name? Is it not Byron? The other guy, Ty. Ty lent me his set of left-hand antennas, so thank goodness for that. He was able to. I was, able to borrow that from him. Otherwise, I would have been kicked out and I wouldn't have been able to fly yesterday. So, but yeah, it was really cool. So, Casper, Wyoming. That's not too far from Colorado. Maybe, possibly. I know spring break is coming up here, and my wife and I hopefully we're going to plan something with the family. We want to do something during spring break because I took the whole week off. Of course, I'm going to be flying drones. So, but yeah. Now, next week is, you guys know that I'm part of Ducks Unlimited, and here in Longmont is our Ducks Unlimited banquet. So all next Saturday, I won't be able to do any kind of drone racing. It's all going to be Ducks Unlimited, our big banquet that we do for wildlife conservation and stuff like that. So that's really, really cool. It's fun. Both my wife and I, we both volunteer at Ducks Unlimited. So we give a lot of our time to them, kind of give back to them. So it's a really good organization, not just because I am a hunter, but I like to give back to the community as well. So that's why I like to always do. Yeah, I'm going to do a video of the Ducks Unlimited. I thought about starting outside with my Phantom and doing like an outside video, and then kind of going in and taking the propellers off and just kind of, because it's got that stabilized gimbal on there, and kind of just walking around and just doing a whole video. I think it would be really, really cool. And there's so many nice people at Ducks Unlimited, and they do so much for nature. So if you're an animal person, it's really super, super cool. So, okay. All right. So I will definitely, I will make a video of Ducks Unlimited. I don't think they would care. I think they're totally all about it. So yeah, I will make a video for you guys. And that'll probably be a couple weeks from now. So, yeah, so I think that's all we've got for now, guys. Is there any more questions you have for me that you want to know? Anything like that? I don't know. It was kind of a little bit quiet today, but it was good seeing everybody. It was nice to be able to finally fly my freaking 5-inch drone yesterday. So, yes, I'm going to build a brushless Whoop. If I don't build one, I want to buy one, just because I've seen the Beta, is it the Beta 65 Pro? Is that the one that's the brushless? I think the Beta FPV's got a 65 millimeter brushless, and they've got a 75 millimeter brushless. So, yeah, I think either one of those. The Aurora 68, yes, the Aurora 68 is actually the one that I'm getting from Justin. So I'm going to be getting that from him hopefully this coming up Wednesday when we go do our Tiny Whoop night. I'm going to be getting that from him. So I'll hopefully get a review out on that one when I get that. So he has had some things going on. So, but yeah, so I think that's all I've got, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a afternoon. I've got some things we've got to get done around the house and things like that. So, but anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching my video. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. And I'm hopefully, yesterday when I was out yesterday, I only had like 2 bars of 4G. So if I did a live video yesterday, I don't think it would have turned out very good. It would have been really super laggy. So, you're welcome, guys. Thank you. So I wanted to do a live yesterday, but I don't think it would have been very good. So that's why I was going to record. So I think this next time, what I'll try and do is I'll use my video camera, and I'll get the race footage for you guys. And then I promise, I will get FPV footage for you guys of the next big 5-inch race that I do. I promise. So, but I was trying to use the DVR on my goggles, but it wasn't working the way it was supposed to. And of course, I didn't bring my monitor, so I couldn't record. And it was like, ugh. But I do have some race footage for you guys for tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And then that new drone kit that I've got, it's the new 5-inch racer that's coming in. FedEx shows it. Should be delivered Tuesday night, so I'm hoping I can do a quick video Tuesday night when I get home, at least an unboxing for you guys, and then a whole 5-inch build I'm hoping next week. We'll see what the schedule looks like, because next Saturday is going to be out of the question. I won't have any time to do anything. That's going to be devoted to Ducks Unlimited. So, but if you guys haven't already, check out Kite FPV's channel. He's got an FPV channel out there, so check him out. He is really cool. Some of the other local guys that have channels that you guys should check out, support local FPVers. So check out Claymore, like if you play what's that game? Call of Duty, Claymore. If you check out Claymore FPV, he is one of the local guys that I fly with. He is out of the other guys, and he was down at Sebring at the finals. He's an awesome, fast pilot. Matt Roper, Team Defiance FPV. So if you go on YouTube and go to Team Defiance FPV, he's got a FPV channel there as well. He is an awesome, super awesome, nice guy. So check him out and his channel, Team Defiance. He was down also at the Sebring finals, and that guy is a phenomenal pilot. And I'm trying to think of some other guys in the local FPV club that I know of off the top of my head. So I think those guys, I'm hoping I can bring out more FPV guys and get you guys some more channels to watch and everything like that. But check out their channels, guys. So huge thank you to the other guys. Drone Racing, they are the ones that we go to. Big shout out to Foco FPV for the races and Tiny Whoop Nights. And definitely check out Multi GP, guys, if you're interested in drone racing. If you want to join a drone club, it's so much fun. So that's all I've got. Signing off. So thanks again for watching the video. Thanks for all the support and all the awesome questions, guys, and keep it up. If you can support the channel, check it out below. After the video, I'll have a link to my Patreon page. If you can support, I would appreciate it. If you can't, that's all right, not a problem. So that's all I've got for today, guys. So thanks for watching again. In the meantime, while you're waiting for my next video, as always, let's keep our drones up in the air, flying high, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Have an awesome day.